Hey everybody, it's Teddy the Winsage. Welcome back to Let's Play Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Michaels. In the last episode, we, after, yeah, great intro, great intro. You could tell I'm kind of doing this right off the heels of the last one, and I'm pretty excited. In the last episode, with a little help from Rayo was able to kind of come to grasp with her own feelings and kind of understand them a bit more. And, well, she also, kind of realizing her feelings and how much her friendship means, and how much her friendship with Eris means to her, she decides to, after kind of an incident from 2 parts ago kind of snapping, decides to make it up by throwing that going away party for Shizuku and Eris. You know, kind of as her way of it's as her way of expressing her gratitude to them. And so yeah, party's over and now it's spring. So yeah, again, I have a guess we're likely at the finale at this point, but yeah. Anyway, let's dive right in.
レオが留年してなくて本当に良かったね。もう留年なんてするわけないじゃない。本当に良かったよね。あ、エリス様と雫様。出たわね、エリス。もうこの詐欺女め。
Oh man, I think I see it. They probably already learned that Eris and Shizuku are only going to like the community college. So Rayo's probably pissed off as like that big emotional thing at the end of that big emotional goodbye at the end of last episode, and it kind of means nothing now. Well, it doesn't mean nothing, but yeah.
詐欺って何よ。私は何も騙してないわよ。ごきげんよう、マイさん、レオさん。ごきげんよう、雫様。お二人とまたこんな風に会えるとは思ってもみなかったです。
私たちが美化女の短大に進学すること、もっと早く皆さんにお伝えしておけばよかったですね。
あの時お別れパーティーを遠慮したのって雫様はこのことを気にしていたからなんですよね。
まあ
それを私たちで盛り上げて勝手にやっちゃって。
でもあのパーティー、私はとても感動しました。してもらえて嬉しかったです。
雫様、
エリスも絶対同じ気持ちだと思いますわ。
まったく、こっちはあんたのためにとっておきの歌まで披露してあげたのよ。少しは感謝しなさいよね。その割には随分とノリノリで歌っていたじゃない。何よ、そんなんじゃないわよ。それにあの時レオ泣いてたわよね。違うわよ。あれはもうあんたと勝負できないと思ったことへの悔し涙よ。ふーん、そうかな。そうよ。そっか。じゃあこれからもまだまだ思う存分勝負できるね、レオ。そうね。じゃあいよいよ宿命の戦いに決着をつけるわよ。そんな大げさなものでもないんだけどね。さっきので49勝49敗になったわ。次で決着をつけるわ。エリス。いつの間にそんなに戦ったの？私はちゃんと数えてたわよ。 最初のガンつけ勝負を皮切りにいい勝負が多かったわね。
そんな勝負やったかしら。それにいつも私の勝ちだった気がするけど。
なんですって。
And in its own awkward way and weird way, everything is kind of at peace.
エリス、そろそろ行きましょう。
分かったわ。
じゃあねレオ、この勝負は次回に預けるわ。
そっちこそ頭洗って待ってなさい。
髪なら毎日洗っているわよ。
I've never heard that saying either, so yeah. Oh, before beheading. Okay.
それじゃごきげんよう。ごきげんよう。しずく、今日も泊まっていていい？いちいち聞かなくても泊まる気だったんじゃないですか？もちろん。だって明日は授業午後からだしね。そうでしたわね。早起きしなくていいからしずくといっぱい。何言ってるんですか？向こうもラブラブね。ちょっと羨ましいかな。
どうしたのマイ？帰らないの？
レオ、帰ろう。ミカジョを卒業しても変わらずいたいよね。私たちもあんな風にずっと一緒にいようね。
マイ？
レオ、好きよ。
マイ、私だって好きなんだから。マイだけはこれからもずっと一緒なんだからね。
分かってるわよ。レオが嫌だって言っても離れたりしないわ。
And so, yeah, it's 8 minutes in, and yep, like I guessed, finale. We're done. Time certainly flew on that adventure. I mean, it was probably all the forced gaps I was forced to partake during that. And the fact that this is actually the shortest route at 9 parts. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'll talk a bit more at the end, kind of let the credits roll on this one, but this was, you know, an adventure like the rest. It was really good. Though, of course, there's the end-all be-all question that this route sought to set up. How's it compare to Risa and Mia, who they were kind of in close competition with this entire time? I'll keep that until we get to the end, but yeah, this was a really good adventure, and yeah, not only is this the shortest adventure by 1 part, yes, but something about this adventure is this also the shortest adventure in terms of how many sessions it took to record. Partly because I was recording it on vacation. Only took 2 sessions. Parts 1 through 5 were recorded in Parts 1 through 5 were recorded in 1 day, and the remaining parts 6 through 9, you know, right now. So yeah. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. And it certainly did, you know, feel like it went quicker. I really am just gonna wait for the ending to pass. But I can certainly say this: I loved it, and Well, really, I don't know what else to say other than I loved it. Well, before the ending got so, yeah. I think I'm just gonna jam out to the ending a little bit. Alright, let's go to the extras and take care of this. You know what? I feel a lot of what I'm about to say about this story can kind of be summarized by the fact that under the Mai and Reo tab, this exists. Yeah, not even in the Saren Kaide tag is the, yeah, look, and every other one, it's like exclusively their lovers, like every other thing. And like everything else is put into another section. That should stand to this, honestly. And honestly, I was as a joke gonna pull this CG up and then start talking and then actually move on to a Mai and Reo one. Which, I guess this one was the best of it. Honestly, this story was really good. And I feel that, you know, in comparison to its other stories, it certainly is it's a really good story that, at its very minimum, is equal quality to everything else. And I kind of like what they did with the story here. They decided to focus less on the couple here and the idea of focusing less on the couple here is not only unique as to every story we've seen so far, but also I feel a really kind of... Alright. I realized why I was super confused. I didn't set the music. Was Ave Maria always there? Anyway. Scent of Flowers. Okay, jeez. I felt weird always talking over lyrics, but anyway. Overall opinion, it was a really good adventure, and I like the idea of kind of, in a way, kind of putting the Mai and Reo couple on the backseat and focusing the story on Reo, I feel was a very kind of good idea in this case. Like, I feel that I know I kind of commented on how I didn't like it when I felt like Nanami was very much the focused character of, Yuna and Nanami's route, as I feel I would have liked to see them both together as opposed to, you know, instead of focusing on just one. But in that case, it was because I felt that, you know, in my mind, Yuna and Nanami had something to prove. Yuna and Nanami had something to prove because they didn't really like the couple that much. So I was kind of... But Mai and Reo kind of didn't have that problem, so I didn't mind the fact that it decided, like, I already know how great the couple is. I've seen all the greatness of it, and it no longer, is that, and it didn't have that issue of it had to prove itself. And so I like what they decided to do here, and it's like, take advantage of the fact that we have... take advantage of the fact that there are multiple, we're having all these characters, like all these different characters interact for the first time, and, you know, focus on this, really, which honestly, I might keep this CG for the rest of the video, because, yeah, honestly, this kind of eventually is what you're just here to see. I mean, it starts off in the traditional Mai and Reo sense, and then it starts the plot of Then it starts the plot of Mai thinking Reo needs friends, and it really is all leading up to the Reo and Eris dynamic, and seeing Reo grow and kind of, you know, kind of learn lessons and kind of like learn a bit more about life. She kind of lived life like Reo kind of lives life kind of secluded, and branching her out of that, she's always kind of learning something. And here, it's how to deal with friendships and, you know, maybe you know, friendships, and while putting yourself out there is scary and you might get hurt, there's still something great about it. Honestly, I didn't expect to finish today, so I'm a little bit stumbled on my words as to what I wanted to say, and honestly, yeah, it's a great story. I feel nothing more needs to... This is one of these very... this is one of these few occasions where I feel the story ultimately speaks for itself, but I'll still try to give words to it. And, again, the best things I can say about this is Ryo's growth as a character. I like seeing these characters grow. And I like seeing what different situations causes these characters to grow. In these romantic stories, it's usually how they grow through attaining a lover or going through something with their lover is how they grow. And for Ryo, her kind of growth stems from, you know, being with people who aren't Mai, and, you know, interacting with people who aren't Mai, being making friends with the other girls, and then having to deal with the fact that, you know, her best friend, who she sees as a big sister too, how, you know, dealing with the fact that they're separated, and, you know, it leads to one of the better moments in this. It leads to one of the better moments, which is actually this scene from last episode, where Ryo's like, even if we never see each other again, I'll always see you as a best friend. And honestly, I just really love it. I can't really say much more than I really and truly loved it. Alright, so that aside, how does the couple rank? Does it land in first place, or does it land in second? Welp, the answer is Mai and Ryo land in second place. Don't get me wrong, it was a close fight. Especially during the lecture scene, this scene. It was a really close fight. It was a real, struggle. It was that moment it almost took me. But, you know, then I realized I'm here for this. Completely and totally honestly, this is what I'm here for at the end of the day with this story. Mai and Ryo's couple is amazing. Never let that be misconstrued. And, you know, you see a bit of a strengthening of their relationship here, but this is Ryo's story, with Mai serving as kind of almost a point of view of it. It's a very kind of unique, it's almost in a way a unique idea of the most important character in the story not being the POV. And, you know, we see a strengthening of Mai and Ryo's relationship, but again, this is mostly Ryo's story, and seeing Ryo grow, that's not a bad direction to take. That's not a bad direction to take a story, and it worked with this couple because I feel, you know, the couple's so great that venturing out with an individual character in it, it can warrant doing that. Not to say the other couples are bad, but yeah. And so it's really, it really is kind of like that. But because Mai and Ryo didn't really it got better, but not so much better that I feel it overran Risa and Mia. I'll admit there's probably a bit of bias in here. Risa and Mia was my first couple, but, you know, Mai and Ryo was also one of the first couples I really truly got to love. So there's a bit of bias in here, a bit of uncertainty. I don't know. It was an amazing couple, but I still think Risa and Mia are better. That being said, this individual story, again, really kicks ass. I feel it's probably it's probably one of the better It's definitely one of the best side routes. How do I rate it in terms of side routes? Well, Mai and Ryo first, Yuna and Nanami second, and Sarah and Kade third. Yeah, I really, you know, as much as I like Sarah and Kaede, yeah, that route wasn't doing much for me, admittedly. But again, it could have been burnout. There could have been other factors, and of course, there's my own natural bias. I have a preference, so yeah. But I like what they do here, and honestly, I'm really hyped now for Eris and Shizuku's route. Eris and Shizuku is a couple that's interested me, but I just never got around to reading their stories. So this will be my first story with these guys. And so, I won't understand the references. I don't have a previous thing to go on. I just have to go through, I just kind of got to go through the motions and figure it out. But yeah, I think that's all I really got to say on that. But yeah. Anyway, next time on... wait, I want to see something else. Got it. Yep, it's okay. I gotta show this off at least once before we end the story. But again, yeah. It is a little disappointing that it's like, all this stuff about Maya and Ryo's route and it's Ryo and Eris's friendship that's more interesting than the couple. But again, it's not a bad direction to take it in, and I feel it works for this couple. Again, there's no couple whose stories I've outright hated or like really strongly disliked. Again, for Sarah and Kaede, I just didn't like it as much, but yeah. Anyway, what route are we doing next? Well, we're going in order, and we're heading to the penultimate route. The end of this game is closer than the beginning at this point. And so, next time on Let's Play Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Michael, we're going to be going on to Eris and Shizuku's route. And I'm kind of curious, this will be the first couple I'm stepping into completely blind, and, well, I don't know what to expect, but I expect good things. Because, again, I'm pretty hyped for this couple, so, yeah. You know what, I'll leave it on this, because why not? So yeah, look forward to that next time, and see you guys then.